Part of Gabe's family here, as I'm sure most of us are. I own a business here in Jacksonville, but I live over on the west coast of Florida, in Sarasota County, so it's a long trek from here for where you can come up here. I was blessed and fortunate enough to be introduced to Life Energy Pro 10 about 2 years ago through my business. One of my wellness coordinators introduced it to me and said, you know what, this would be a really, really great asset because we have a health and wellness business. Our focus is on helping folks have an optimal life, especially targeting people over the age of 35. And so that was how I was introduced to it, and have been excited to be part of the family since then, and looking to expand our family as we go. Before we get started though, just a couple of housekeeping things. If you wouldn't mind taking your cell phones and putting them on vibrate or mute or turn them off, that would be greatly appreciated. Also saying hello to everyone out there in Ustream. And of course, restrooms are out the door down the hallway to the left there. Have the pleasure this evening of being able to introduce Gabe Pearson, Master Pro 10 for the company. He's been an incredible inspiration to me and my team and the ones we're developing over there on the West Coast. I look forward to every opportunity I have to listen at his needs, so to speak. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce Gabe Pearson, Master Pro 10.
Well, before I get started, I just want to say a few things about Jim. I've been working closely with his team, going down to Venice, helping him build his team. He's got an incredible wellness center here in town that a few of our distributors work with. It's Omega Health and Wellness. Just an incredible business, and more importantly, incredible individual. Looking forward for him to get to the top of the company. I mean, he just brings a lot of value to Life Vantage and the type of individual that we're looking for. So it's my pleasure to be able to work with your team, Jim. Also, I'd like to introduce the team to Lori Charette. She is from Idaho? No. South Dakota, I'm sorry. She just told me 5 minutes ago. She's from Jacksonville. She left for 5 years. She is this close to Pro 6. And now she's back. She's in Orange Park. So I want to make sure that everyone just welcomed her with open arms. And she's going to be an integral part of our team. And we'll get her up here and we'll learn a little bit what South Dakota is doing, okay? How's that? I just want to welcome everybody. First and foremost, we just went through a monsoon to get here, so I really appreciate everybody's dedication to be here tonight. I am going to make sure that this is one of my best presentations because all of you made that commitment to come here in the rainstorm, so I'm going to flame through. I'd like to just tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my family. I'm from Jacksonville. I've been here since 1970. I'm a Navy brat. Met my wife at Florida State University. We've been married 28 years. We have 2 wonderful children. Natalie, who's the starting mid-center for Bowls soccer team, and she is one of 5 freshmen on the team. She's just a little phenom. And my son Gabriel, he is 11. He goes to Riverside Presbyterian Day School, and they are the reason why I got started with Life Vantage. In 2009, we got hit hard financially. I developed wellness programs for large corporations here in town, and what happened in 2009? I mean, everything just kind of came crashing down, and being in the benefits space, I'm the first one on the chopping block. I can hear the CEOs right now, like it was yesterday, saying, Gabe, see these 50 jobs, we're trying to save them. We're trimming fat. And we lost 3 6-figure contracts in 31 days, literally brought us to our knees. I am in Atlanta, Georgia, trying to retool, speaking to a large corporate group about what I do. A complete stranger walks up to me after my keynote. I mean, think about this for a second. Had the courage to walk up to me. She's been a distributor for 1 week, and she asked me if I've ever heard of a product called Pearson. And I'm telling you guys, my witness, if there wasn't 8 to 10 people waiting in line to speak to me behind her, I most certainly would have turned around and walked away from her. Next thing comes out of her mouth, retires me in 22 months. And that was, would I be willing to watch a 9-minute video on ABC News? Now that got my attention because in the 30 years I've been in the nutraceutical space, in the fitness space, I've never endorsed a product. I was a network marketer's worst nightmare, but ABC Primetime News doing a positive spin on a dietary supplement, that got my attention. I get back home to Jacksonville. I watched this video, the precise moment this world-renowned scientist, who, by the way, never heard of before, gives this Emmy award-winning reporter, John Quinones, his blood test results. I find myself doing something I've never done in my entire life. I actually bought something on the internet for the first time. And I'm here tonight to help you to understand the significance and the magnitude of what it takes your body to actually reduce free radical damage. Or the new buzzword in the wellness space is oxidative stress. We're going to watch this video that literally has changed our family's lives and a lot of other families' lives within this company. Now, I'm going to set the video up. The video was done in '05. It's archaic, all right, compared to what we now know today. But what I want you to do is just pay close attention to John Quinones before and after blood work. You are witnessing history in the making because we've never ever have been able to reduce free radical damage, all right? We've only been able to fight it, and there's a huge significant difference between the two, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But let's watch this. This is a 5-minute version. I'm going to come back up, talk a little bit about the company, and then we're going to watch an updated report that's Life Lab puts on with Dr. Sean Talbot about what we now know today. All right, so let's first watch this ABC Primetime News piece.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
There we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases. Liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these. Strokes, heart attacks, even mental disease. Yes, depression, Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result, my level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. And I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe.
Okay, I've been watching that video now for over 5 years, and it still amazes the living daylights out of me because, as I mentioned earlier, that's history in the making. I mean, we were fortunate enough to have Dr. McCord here in Jacksonville. When I started, my whole platform was to integrate this product into the culture of corporations to help bring down the cost of healthcare. And I had Dr. McCord here in Jacksonville to do a seminar. And I was on the St. Johns River having lunch with him on a boat, and I asked him, how did you come up with those 5 phytonutrients, of all the nutrients in the world, and more importantly, the right blends? You know what he said? He said it was a God thing. He says, Gabe, it was meant to be. You know, he says it's like trying to find one needle in 3 haystacks. That's what we have. That's the significance of what this product does. It's totally amazing. And as I was sitting down, just watching that video, just thinking about that, this is what goes through my mind when I watch the video. And the reason why this video is so important is because it's third-party validation. It's independently validated by somebody outside of this company. And that's a very, very powerful, powerful thing. So think about this for a second. This is what goes through my mind now. It's all opportunity. It's not product anymore. Just by the show of hands, how many of you have your own business, not counting LifeVantage? Now think about this. If ABC Primetime News comes knocking on your door tomorrow morning and says, Jim, we've been hearing nothing but great things about your health and wellness center. We want to do a positive spin on your business. Would it help you build your business? Press play, make money. Press play, help people. That's what goes through my mind. There is not a company in the world that wouldn't want that advertisement. That's our baby. ABC Primetime News on our team. Then you have Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. When he was 23 years old, he was a graduate assistant. He wasn't even a professor yet. He discovered an enzyme in our body that changed the course of humanity. He proved to the medical world that free radicals do indeed exist in our body. What I want you to understand, prior to 1969, we're doing this. We're scratching our head. We're trying to figure out how and why we age, how and why we get diseases. Because we thought free radicals just existed in the ecosystem, not inside our body. You know, so because of that discovery, that man is in the same company as Madame Pierre Curie, Alexander Graham Bell, Henry Ford, Orville Wright, Sir Isaac Newton. So all these distinguished inventors and scientists, Dr. Joe McCord on our team. There's not a biogeneticist, anti-aging doctor, any kind of doctor in that spectrum that haven't been reading about that man in journals for 40 years on our team. All right, so team's being stacked now in our favor, isn't it? And then my favorite bullet point, and the last bullet point, is the growth of the company. When I got started in September of 09, well, December of 09, the company did a little over $3 million. Last year, we did over $200 million. So we've witnessed the volume or the revenues go like this. We're just under $250 million today from $3 million. We've watched this, this company go from one country to 7 countries. We've watched it grow from 2 patents to 9 patents, 6 US, 3 international, and just a few peer-reviewed studies. I think there were 4 at the time, and now there's 19 of them. So everything's moving in this direction. So it's really the perfect storm. We don't have any competition. There's not one person that can walk up to us and say that their product does what Protandem does. All right, and that is powerful. So then you look at the timing of this company. Anybody in here heard about LifeVantage without somebody that you know shared the ABC Primetime News piece with you? Our team has over 50,000 people on it, and I think there might be less than 10 that knew about LifeVantage. Okay, they saw the ABC Primetime Live. Now think about that. To me, this is common sense. Let's say all of us in here were on the board of LifeVantage. Is that model working? None of you knew about the product. None of you knew about the company. Okay, so that's why they took it out of the retail world. Nobody knew about it. It was in the GNC stores, and this product is just too complicated. A 20-year-old store clerk could not tell us the difference between a direct antioxidant and antioxidant enzymes. And it wasn't a GNC product, so it wasn't eye level. It was tucked away in the top left, top right-hand corner of a shelf somewhere, and most people that walked in and that found the product looked at it, says reduces oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. I'm not stressed out. Put it back on the shelf. And that's why the company was going down like a burning ship. One last ditch effort, we hired a consultant. He was a CEO and general counsel of a company called Metabolife. Some of you might remember that company. And he says, guys, this is an easy fix. Take it out of the retail world and put it into direct sales. It needs a story attached to it. It needs word of mouth. And that's precisely why this company has grown from a little over $3 million to just under $250 million in 5 years. It's the perfect fit for this product. Now, what I want to do right now is I want to kind of, how many guests we have in here? Raise your hand if you're a guest. Great, thank you for coming. What I want to do is kind of gloat a little bit, and I want you to see the significance of science that we have moved in that direction in these last 5 years. So now we have Dr. Sean Talbot, who's Dr. McCord's successor, and I'm not going to go into his bio. It'd take me 3 hours to tell you the significance of what this man's accomplished. But let's watch the Life Lab, and we're going to watch the Axio, because we just launched a brand spanking new energy product, and I'm going to get all those out of the way, then I'll talk about what's in it for all of us.
Welcome to the first of many episodes of LifeVantage Lab, where we give you a look behind the curtain at the research and development of LifeVantage products. I'm Chief Science Officer Dr. Sean Talbot, and today we wanted to welcome you to LifeVantage by giving you an overview of the history and science behind our products. At LifeVantage, science is our foundation. We know that great products are based on breakthrough science that's been peer-reviewed, backed by clinical studies, and patented. LifeVantage began with the development of Protandem by Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist, co-discoverer of superoxide dismutase, and the pioneer of free radical biology. Protandim is a daily dietary supplement that combats oxidative stress through NRF2 synergy. Oxidative stress is inevitable for everyone. Pollution, sunlight, smoking, even exercise and breathing can induce oxidative stress within our body. But Protandim helps your body fight back. Protandim induces the NRF2 protein, which communicates with cells, instructing them to upregulate survival genes and downregulate other genes to help the body function at an optimal level. Comprised of plant extracts, including green tea extract, bacopa extract, ashwagandha extract, turmeric extract, and milk thistle extract, Protandim is a patented formula that's been researched, tested, and evaluated by renowned universities and research institutions around the entire world. The difference between Protandim and other antioxidant products, such as juices and vitamin supplements, could not be further apart. It's really the difference between taking antioxidants and making your own antioxidants. Making our own antioxidants is not only safer and more effective in protecting the body, it's the very foundation and future for where science and medicine is going. That's what makes Protandim unique and truly unlike anything on the market. Next, LifeVantage revolutionized the skincare industry with the introduction of True Science Anti-Aging Cream. And this April, LifeVantage introduced the True Science Skincare Regimen with enhanced NRF2 technologies, a revolutionary beauty system proven in a clinical study to visibly address the signs of aging. In just 4 weeks, skin appears renewed and visibly younger looking. And you can only get these exclusive, patented, and patent-pending formulas from LifeVantage. But the LifeVantage product catalog doesn't stop there. We also make Canine Health for your four-legged best friend. Canine Health's unique formula includes the NRF2 synergizing ingredients, as well as collagen and omega-3 fatty acids to reduce oxidative stress, support brain, skin, and eye function, and promote normal joint function and mobility and flexibility. Reducing oxidative stress in dogs may help the problems associated with canine aging. Things such as decreased social interaction, loss of prior house training, sleep disturbances, loss of mobility. With the taste of bacon, chicken, and liver, Canine Health's chewable tablets feature the same active ingredients as Protandim and are specifically formulated and dosed for canine consumption.
Do you want energy without all the usual baggage? Of course you do. So many energy drinks out on the market are littered with sugar, calories, and sudden crashes. On top of all that, they require you to drag around a can the size of a small child. You're busy all day, every day, and the last thing you need to worry about is whether your energy drink is healthy or not. Axio provides the boost that you're looking for without the usual jitters and restlessness. Axio incorporates a unique targeted energy system that provides a boost when and how you need it. If you need a lift, you can try our Axio Energy Volt. Looking to stay focused? No problem. Axio Endure Charged has you covered. Whatever type of energy you're looking for, Axio's got the answer. Axio comes in convenient single-serving packets that can go with you everywhere. All you need is 12 to 16 ounces of water and you're good to go. Not to mention the 2.9 million tons of aluminum can waste it will save the U.S. every year. Axio includes Monterey pine bark extract, DMAE, green tea extract, and L-theanine. Go ahead, look them up. They help support brain power, mental focus, clarity, concentration, and alertness. Oh yeah, Axio also contains quercetin, a flavonoid that helps boost cellular protection. Impressed yet? Axio is non-GMO, non-carbonated, naturally sweetened, naturally flavored, and naturally colored. Plus it tastes so good, all the adjectives we wanted to use to describe it were shot down by legal. Just know that it tastes good. Like, really good. Axio Energy is gluten-free, low-calorie, and low-carb. What are you waiting for? Grab an Axio Energy and get going. Axio, guilt-free energy for Playground Earth.
This is the stalwart foundation of the LifeVantage product line. But like every foundation, it's only the beginning. Many exciting things are under development here at LifeVantage. So you'll want to keep an eye on the newsletters, the email blasts, and right here at LifeVantage Lab for announcements throughout the entire year. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on LifeVantage Lab.
How about those products, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How many of us can use more energy throughout the day? How about mental acuity? A little focus. How about that? And more importantly, without artificial flavoring and sugars and all the nastiness that comes with Monster and Red Bull and 5-Hour Energy and AMP and all those things that are killing our kids. I'd love to be their age right now and have that millennial product to be able to share with my friends. It's incredible. Those are our products, and they're category creating. Think about what I just said. Category creating. We are creating categories with these 4 products. They're not Me Too. By definition, what a Me Too product is, how many weight loss shakes are there out there? There are a dime a dozen. How many Nerf 2 activators? We're first to market. There isn't any competition. It's an incredible opportunity for you and your family. And what you understand is most people don't understand how and why we age and how and why we get diseases. That's the sad news. And what we're looking for is we're looking for people that can articulate what these products do and the significance that's behind them. That's what we're looking for. We are literally pioneering a new paradigm in health. And I'm not sure if you caught that billion-dollar statement that Dr. Sean Talbot said. And by the way, while I'm thinking about this, Dr. Sean Talbot will be in Jacksonville on March 10th. All right, so you'll be hearing more about this. He's going to do an incredible seminar like Dr. Joe McCoy did at the University of North Florida. So that's coming while I'm thinking about it. And remind me to tell you, I've got a lot of announcements too. I just came from the FAB board. Just remind me to do it after the presentation's over with. So Dr. Sean Talbot in that first video said antioxidants, you don't have to take them anymore because your body makes them. You have to understand the significance behind it, all right? Because most people that you're going to be talking to, they don't know what a free radical is, all right? And what I tell people is this, is when you take your vitamin C or you eat blueberries or strawberries, you kill one bad guy. Our product kills 1 million per second. So this statement, antioxidants, you don't need to take them anymore because your body makes them, you choose. Do you want to be on the one and done team or do you want to be on the 1 in 1 million team? Now, can we say that? Can you teach people that right there? That's all I did to hit the top of the company, was helping people understand the significance between a direct antioxidant and antioxidant enzymes. And when you understand the difference between the two, the hair in the back of your neck is going to stand up because it's a 22nd century product in the 21st century is basically what we have. And we have exclusivity. So what's in it for us? How can we capitalize on these incredible category creating products? Well, some of the questions that I ask people is, are you making the kind of money you thought you're going to be making this particular time in your life? Think about that. Answer to yourself. By the way, I haven't got a yes yet, Or are you being paid what you're worth? Think about that for a second. Or is your family getting what they deserve? And if you start to understand the financial downfall in the state of Florida, when you start looking at the numbers, there are a lot of people out there that are hurting, and they are praying to God for an opportunity. And we have one heck of an opportunity. And it's funny because I kind of grew up in the health club industry. The first 20 years I was in the fitness space. I started out as a health club instructor making $2.15 an hour, and back in 1977 was the best time of my life, And that's when you had hopes and dreams. I wasn't making any money, but you know what? My hopes and dreams, my aspirations were to own health clubs throughout the country and make millions and millions and millions of dollars. Well, fast forward 20 years, I own 3 gyms here in Jacksonville, and what I found was I was still building somebody else's dream, even though I owned those gyms, because I didn't own the finance company. Made those guys tens of millions of dollars a year. didn't own the leasing company, made those guys tens of millions of dollars a year. So I'm thinking to myself, these guys are now racing Indy cars, and here I am living, month to month. So I got out of the health club industry, started my own personal training company, and then what happens in 2009? I'm like, my goodness, I've been in this industry for 30 years, and every time I turn around, I'm starting over again. What's up with that? And what makes matters worse, when I was managing a health club in 1987, Normandy Mall on the west side of Jacksonville, somebody that I looked up to, all right, I'll never forget his name, Walter Kraskowski, told me that network marketers were for people who couldn't find a job. He's like, Gabe, what are you thinking, dude? People on top make all the money. People on the bottom do all the work, don't get paid. It's a pyramid scam. Do you know for 30 years, venom came out of my mouth? And I'm so ashamed to tell each and every one of you here tonight that I actually listened to somebody who failed at something. And that's why my favorite saying today is, wise men investigate what fools take for granted. How could I ever have said no to something I had no idea what I was saying no to? Spent 33 years in the fitness industry, and the word retirement was nowhere near my vocabulary. 22 months later, I write my last payroll check. That was 40 months ago. And at Pro 10, you're making a little bit more money than you are at Pro 8. And that's when I walked away from the fitness industry. So I'm here to tell you, there have been more millionaires created in network marketing than all traditional businesses combined. And for the women in the room, 82% of women in this country that make $100,000 a year or more come from network marketing. So be thinking about that while I'm sharing with you what's in it for us. There's a couple of ways of getting started. We did $214 million last year in revenues. And because of the significance of our products, 77% of that 214 are consumers. They're called preferred customers. Customers are king. Customers important to your business, Jim? Absolutely. So there's a couple of ways of getting started. How do I open that? Oh. I can become a Pro 10, but I can't open a marker. So if anybody can do this business. All right, so $40 is what it costs for Pro Tandem. To me, that's a joke. Okay, it should be double that price because of the significance of it. What I love about this company, because we're publicly traded, you do not have to be a distributor to buy the product at wholesale. That is admirable, because most network marketing companies are going to say, no, you have to become a distributor to buy it at wholesale. We're going to sell it to you at retail. So $40 is our flagship, Pro Tandem. Then you have the skincare system, which basically with Nerf 2 technology, if you're familiar with these skincare companies like Abaji and Skin Medica and La Mer's, these are billion-dollar, high-premium skincare companies. They are now on the trailing edge. We are on the cutting edge because we just introduced Nerf 2 technology to the skincare world. Always remember this, health sells, vanity really sells. Okay? So all you have to do is put this stuff on your face and you see results immediately, where when you're taking Pro Tandem, it's all internally. And people love to see something quick. So just, when I say Nerf 2, it's spelled capital N, little r, little f, and number 2. All that means in layman's terms, it gets your own body to do its own work, what your body was meant to do for the first 20 years of life. So when you put the skincare system, all right, on your face, there's 4 products. There is a cleanser, a perfecting lotion, eye serum, and the anti-aging cream. From the epidermis, it gets your body to heal itself. So so you don't get, when you go to a dermatologist and they give you these, I don't know what they're called, but your face becomes all scaly, you can't go out in public for weeks and weeks. That doesn't happen with this, okay? Phenomenal product, okay? Nerf 2 technology. So there's 4 products, and if you compare the pricing, you know, with these other companies I was telling you about, this is like a drop in a bucket. So this is skincare. And then how many people love our dogs? I mean, our canine health is, how much is it, 25?
25.
25, I can't remember. 25, all right. How many veterinarians do you know that are new to the economy? Do they want to be on the cutting edge of something, or do they want to be on the trailing edge of something? Do you think they want a value added? There's 79 billion spent on pet supplements last year, and canine health sits on the very tip top of it. Remember I said these are category creating products. Not one person can walk up to us and says, my vet has that. No, they don't. My skincare lady has that. No, they don't. We are introducing Nerf 2 technology to the world. We were first. Think about companies that were first to market their product and where they are today. I mean, I'm 54 years old, so I can hear the Coca-Cola, you know, song on the side of the mountain, right? With all those hippies, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
Think about this. Pepsi beat Coca-Cola in the taste test 25 years ago. You know, the new Cokes beat them in the taste test, but why is Coca-Cola Classic still 1 in sales? They're #1 in sales every single month. First to market. How about Kleenex? I call Stay Soft and Charmin Kleenex. Why are they still #1? My goodness, they branded the word. First to market. Intel. I can go on and on and on. We are first to market something. This is bigger than you can wrap your arms around. When your friends find out that their vitamin C kills 1 bad guy and this kills 1 million per second, how many households do you want? We're going to disrupt the $45 billion industry called the direct antioxidant world. Direct antioxidants, listen to me everyone, will be in the same category as typewriters. How many people want to be in that business? How about payphones? You want to be in the payphone business today? Okay, you understand where I'm getting at? This is bigger than you can wrap your arms around. All right? And then we have Axio. We have the energy product. All right? That's a month's supply right there. All right? So how much does a Red Bull cost or a Monster? You know, I mean, $3 to $5 depending on the size of it, right? So all these pricing right here are very, very, very competitive within, you know, each of those categories. These are all, you know, wholesale prices. Okay, so you can become a customer. These are customers here. All right, distributors. All right, for me it was a no-brainer. I wanted to put my name on this product because of the peer-reviewed science that was behind it. And the peer-reviewed science, by the way, if you're not familiar with what peer review means, it's just independently validated by scientists and doctors that are in the field of study of that particular study. It's the most complete way to validate something in this country, and we have check marks every single time. And what I love about the science is done on the product, not an ingredient that's in our product, okay? And that says enough right there. And I don't want to go down that road because it's very complicated. All you have to do is explain the difference between direct and indirect. That's it, okay? That's all we teach. All right, so what does it cost to become a distributor? All right, in network marketing, it's called low barrier entry. When I opened up my very first health club in 1987, it cost me $500,000. At 27 years old, did I have $500,000? Are you kidding me? I went to the bank and I did this. Please rake me over the coals. Okay, so they gave me what's called a personal guarantee. Added all kinds of interest on top of that. And by the way, if I didn't pay that $19,000 a month lease, guess who's coming after my home? Chase. That was the bank that loaned that money to me. All right? So why do you think most people in this country, and I'll tell you what the percentage is, 93% of people in this country are building somebody else's dream. They don't have the means. They don't have the money to open up their own business. Jim, how much did it cost you to open up your wellness, just ballpark? I saw what you have in there.
About 40,000.
40,000, okay? Those are big numbers, all right? Listen to me very carefully. I was at a Panera Bread company after I saw the ABC Primetime News, After I got the product validated by the Mayo Clinic, I was interested in now learning about the opportunity. And on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper at the Panera Bread Company, they laid out the opportunity. And this is what they said. They said, Gabe, for $630, you are going to own your own distribution company. He says, you're going to be Mr. Starbucks, is what he said. I totally understand today what he meant. Back then, I didn't understand what he meant. I have over 55,000 people on our team today. It cost me $630 to start. In Jacksonville, Florida, it costs $750,000 to own a Starbucks. And you're on the corner of one street. You have one location, right? Your business is scalable, folks. When I go to sleep tonight, I make money, well, not just me, but where's Betty Lou at? Betty Lou and Charles, Bob Triglia. These are elite distributors with Bill. Bill Haft. When all of us go to sleep tonight, how cool would this be? I want you to walk out here thinking about this. I wasn't smart enough to think about it when I started. When we go to sleep tonight, we make money in Hong Kong, Japan, Australia, and the Philippines. If I wasn't recorded, I'd say another country, but I'm being recorded right now because it's right around the corner. I mean, it's imminent, okay? So how cool is that? And then when we're up all day long, we make money in the United States, Hong Kong, United States, Canada, Mexico. Those are our 7 countries that we're in. Our meters are running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because when you hit the rank where Bill is at Pro 7, the entire company is now placed in his business. These are people outside of his organization. He gets a percent of that. He gets a percent of worldwide revenues. Now, Betty Lou and Bob, they get 2% of worldwide revenues. And what I'm leading up to is understand this. We're only in 7 markets. This is Life Vantage. We can barely see us. We're a little blimp on a radar screen. Fast forward 3 to 5 years. You think we're going to be in 7 countries? We'll be in 17 countries. You think we're doing $250 million a year? We're doing billions of dollars a year. And how would you like to get a piece of that? It's bigger than you can wrap your arms around. And for $630, you know what I said when I heard that? That's a good dinner with 2 great bottles of wine. Okay? I kid you not. I mean, I spent $500,000. And I had to borrow the money. And I'm still waiting for the return on my investment, even though I'm out of the health club business. It's like throwing money down a black hole, right? And then the cost of doing business cost me $44,000 a month to operate before I made 1 red cent. So when you find out this business model, it's going to absolutely blow your mind on how incredible of a model this is. So what I want you to be thinking about, you own your own distribution company now for $630. And what you're going to get for the $630 is you get $535 in product. You get $95 in marketing material, CDs, DVDs, newspapers, brochures. So what's $535 and $95? There you go. In addition to the marketing material, you get your own website. That costs us $0. If you try to replicate it, it costs you millions. Right? You're qualified for all the bonuses. So this is the way to come into the business. Now, I had 3 questions that I needed to answer when I was at the Panera Bread Company. I want to know how much it costs to get started. There it is right there. The second question I had was, how do I get my investment back? And this is what was told to me. Gabe, this is you. Go out and find 3 people that you want to travel with, that you want to have fun with, and you want to make money with. And if they come in the same way that you do, the company is going to pay you $210 that week. So if you enroll 3 people, you're in for free. Think of it like that. And I kid you not, for the guests in the room, seriously consider people that you want to travel with, have fun with, and make money with. All right? Because I'm traveling with those people right now, and we're having a blast. Okay? And we all work as a team, all right? So that's how you get your investment back. And then the last question that I had, what was the cost of doing business? And when I found out what this was, I was in. It cost $200 a month to operate the business. What would it cost you to operate your business each month, including payroll and everything else? Just my payroll alone, when I had my personal training company, was $70,000 a month. That wasn't payroll taxes. That wasn't insurances. That wasn't leases on our office space. I go on and on and on. $200. And what's incredible is you can offset it to as low as $40 a month. That's your outgo with people that you love and care for. So how many people that you know would like to reduce how and why they age and how and why they get diseases by 40%? That's that. Look and feel better. Skincare. Take care of your dog. Better energy. Mental clarity. So 160 doesn't take too many people to offset it, does it? That's it. That's the whole ball game right there. That's all you need to know. Now, there's 6 ways of getting paid, all right? And I went over one way. When you become an elite distributor, then you're getting paid on worldwide revenues. And I tell you what, it sounds a lot bigger than what it is. We're only in 7 markets, folks. Wait till we're in 17 markets. Wait, we're in 27 markets. Wait, we're in over 100 markets. Think about Amway. Think about Herbalife. Think about Avon. Think about Tupperware. Think about, Mary Kay. Think about, I can go on and on and on and on. These multi-billion-dollar companies that are in 70, 80, 90, 100 countries right now. We're at the very get-go. When I mention those companies, did light bulbs go off in your head? You've heard of them, right? Now, what if I say LifeVantage? It's a disconnect, right? So what we have is we have something that's called the S-curve. This is where every company, regardless of whether it's traditional or it's a network marketing company, starts right there. That's where Microsoft was in the late 70s. You had this long-haired hippie guy named Bill Gates going around trying to raise money, trying to convince everybody that we're going to have computers in our hands. Now, for those of you that are old enough, we know in 77, 78, and 79, computers took up floors of buildings, right? And he's saying we're going to walk around with them in our hands. Everybody thought it was nuts. But every last one of us in this room, if we were back in that day, and the only reason I'm saying every last one of us in the room because you're here tonight, we're entrepreneurs. We're visionaries. You know what we would have said back then? What if he's right? The world we live in is going to completely change. Do you realize people that invested a measly $1,000 in a startup company called Microsoft, today they're worth tens of millions of dollars? Now listen to me very carefully. He was pioneering something called software, right? We have something. Our market is so much bigger. How many people do you know that are over the age of 20 that breathe? That's your market, because that's when we start to age, right? So our market's so much bigger. And we're at the this is where we are. Now, when a company gets right about here, that's when it becomes branded, okay? All right, that's all that means right there, when it becomes branded. And they say if you have 100 people on your team and you hit critical mass, it grows overnight to 300, grows threefold. And then this is where that $1,000 became $10 million. All right? 80% of growth comes in the momentum phase right here. And baby, we're not even close to that yet. We're not even at critical mass yet. Okay? And then you have stabilization up here. That's where companies grow 2 to 4%. So just look at Herbalife, look at Amway, look at Intel, look at Microsoft, look at Walmart, look at Apple, look at all those companies now that's been around for a while, 2 to 4% each year. How many of you would have liked to get started with Microsoft back in the day? Amway back in the day? You realize now it's 6 generations that are paying great-grandchildren residual income month after month after month. And I'll close with this. I'm not going to go into all 6 ways of getting paid. I want to talk about timing. I want to talk about building the vision. This is a standalone category creating product, right? We have no competition. Hasn't begun yet, all right? And what I want you to walk away with tonight is what it means to have residual income. I've been saying this all night long. I've been in the fitness industry for 30 years. If I trained Marcella in the gym this morning, I am now unemployed until I train her again. Trading time for money. Whoever painted that wall, they're unemployed until they paint the next job, right? Hairstylists, they cut your hair today, they're unemployed until they cut someone else's hair. You're trading time for money. How many employees do you know that are wealthy? How many employees do you know that retire early? Okay? How would you like to do something one time and get paid month after month after month? In other words, this is my 62nd month with LifeVantage. I trained Marcella 62 months ago. She gave me that check. Now on December 1st, next week, will be my 63rd month. She gives me the 63rd check, and I've only worked her out once. That's what it means to do something one time and get paid month after month after month. And all we do is build a team of people that we want to travel with, have fun with, and make money with. And when you help them, all right, build their business, now you start to get paid on the efforts of them. So now I understand what J. Paul Getty meant. His famous quote was, I would much rather have been paid 1% of the efforts of 100 men instead of 100% of my own. I personally have enrolled 40 people in these 62 months. So do the math, not even one a month. Those 40 people have led me to over 50,000. Listen to me very carefully. It's who you don't know. It's not who you know. Okay? I only know a couple of hundred of the people, all right? That's how mind-boggling and how big this thing has gotten. And I'll talk about how we get paid residually. Okay? This is really, really cool.
Yes, that's spray stuff, Gabe.
Okay, I'm not going to get too, everybody knows what residual is, doing something one time and get paid month after month after month, okay? This is how simple it is, all right? If your business is doing $10,000 a month in revenues, that's not income. That's revenues. In other words, these three, you got 4 people on your team. I said 3 down here plus you. If each one of you are just doing $2,500 a month, okay? Because you remember, you get paid on the efforts of other people. So if your business is doing $10,000 a month, the $64,000 question is to me is, Gabe, how much is my residual check going to be? Just factor in 5%. That's what I want you to understand. So who's good in math? What's 5% of 10,000? 500. Okay? So here, I want to make a point here. Would an extra $500 a month help your family? It's life-changing, right? You know what's really cool about that? Is, let's say, for example, Marcel and I, we want to go to Hawaii and we want to stay there for a month. And your business is doing $10,000. And the deal was for her to come to Hawaii with me, she has to turn her cell phone off. Where's my phone at?
It's in your pocket somewhere.
I did have it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I think it's in your side pocket.
Oh, here it is.
Or your back pocket.
All right, have to turn the phone off. Okay? You know what's really cool? On the 15th of that following month, she hasn't even opened her mouth about this business. She's collecting another check for $500. Doing something one time and getting paid month after month after month. Yes, your business has to be stable, and your business, each one of these 4 people, including yourself, are doing $2,500 in volume. That's $500 a month. Well, we love commas in this business. What if your business is doing what Bill Half's back there is doing? He's doing $100,000 a month. How's a $5,000 residual check? Next month, $5,000. Next month, $5,000. Right? Well, pro tems, we're doing $1 million a month. I'm not going around the zeros. $1 million a month. How's $50,000 a month doing? That's one way of the 6 ways that we get paid. You understand that? Now, this might be mind-boggling to you. It was to me. Because I got involved with this business to keep my 2 children in private school. I got involved with this business to make $2,200 a month. That's it. Because I wasn't going to go to my 2 children and say, Mommy and Daddy can't afford for you to go to private school anymore. That wasn't happening on my shift. You know, so that was the reason why I did this business. That was my why. That was in my heart. And I was just teachable and coachable. I've never done this before. And if I can hit the top of the company, every single one of you in this room can hit the top of the company. Just be teachable and coachable, because everything that you've learned up to this date has been because of you. That's traditional business. We have to take your brain and slightly shift it, because network marketing is not about you. It's about helping people over and over and over. So you can build this as big as you want. All right? And my volume is a lot more than $1 million a month right now, I can tell you that. How big do you want to get it? I want to get as big as I possibly can. I mean, I want a $60 million a month business. I want 5 of these legs doing $1 million each. That's my goal. So what's 5% of 60 million? $3 million a year? I think that'll do me about right. Okay? So it's totally up to you. So don't be thinking on these kind of terms right now. Think on the kind of terms that I started with. Something that's near and dear to you, that's going to, you know, keep you in the game. Keep your eye on that why. And that's all I did. And I just didn't stop. I didn't quit, because what you're going to understand is, man, I'm telling you, you know, people that are close to you, they're going to try to shoot you down, man. It's amazing how they'll say no to something they have no idea what they're saying no to. And I did that for 30 years. So I'm a perfect example of that, you know. So there's other ways of getting paid. You know, we're going to have an incredible event on December 6th. This is going to be called a Super Saturday. We're going to have our top distributors in this area teaching you how to build this business. And I would make sure that I'm sitting in the front row on that particular day. And you're going to get a lot of information. We're going to be promoting the heck out of it. We're going to have Dr. Alice Reed here talking about the product. We're going to have a panel of Pro 4, 5s, and 6s, as well as all the elite distributors giving you a nugget on what they've done to build a $100,000 a month business to help you get to that rank as well. Okay, so in closing, there's 3 different types of individuals. The first type of an individual, the person who makes something happen. I know we've got some guests in the room. If that's you, if you want to get yourself a LifeVantage ID number, come on up to me after the meeting's over with. Introduce yourself to me. Let me know that you are a 1. I want to hang on to your coattails. I want to run hard with you. And we will make sure that we mentor you properly. You're gonna need a lot of help. You're gonna need a lot of information. We'll change phone numbers, and we'll make sure the person who brought you here is on point to help you get to where you need to be. Okay, very, very, very important. All right, if you're 2, I was a 2 when I got started. All right, you might want to take the product. Okay, that was me. I wanted to take the product before I sold the product. And you might need some more information. So if you want to get on the product, whichever, I'd say get on all 3 of them. Obviously, I wouldn't tell you to take the dog product. All right. You know, we can get those products to you in a couple of days. Okay, and then we can get you the information that you need, to help you make that decision if this is what you want to do in the near future. Okay, so just Tell the distributor who brought you here tonight, first and foremost, thank them, all right? And tell them that you're a 1 or tell them that you're a 2. Hopefully there's no 3s in the room. 3s in the room, will say, what the heck just happened? Because that opportunity is now gone. Because that S-curve that I joined, that I wrote, we're not down here anymore. Now we're already up here and you missed the boat. And I tell you what, there's been a lot of people have missed a lot of boats in the past. And this is an opportunity that you have for you and your family because the timing could not be any more perfect right now to be a part of this incredible team that we have in Jacksonville. So thank you so much for coming here tonight. Make sure you thank the person who brought you in. For the ones in the room, come on up here. I want to get your cell numbers, and I want to make sure that we help you get off the ground running so you can start the new year with an incredible business. Thank you so much. I want to say a couple announcements. See if I can remember everything. So December 6th is going to be a big event. It's going to be, we're going to have some raffling going on. We're going to give away some free product. If you bring guests, you get a raffle ticket. That's how you can win products. If you bring 3 guests, you're going to be able to come on in for free. It's going to be $10 to come to this event. So what else is there? It's from 9 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock on December 6th. That's a Saturday. It will be here at the Marriott, okay? So we had this last December, and I think we had 200 or 300 people here. It was an incredible event, okay? And some other notes I want to share with you. When Dr. Sean Talbot gets here on March 10th, it's going to be a big event. We're going to really find a place that's going to probably house about 500 or 600 people. So make sure it's a Tuesday night, so he's going to be here all day long. So as time moves along, you'll get to understand what's going to be happening that day, and there'll be a special event during that day with the lead distributors with him as well. I get a lot of texts every day. A lot of people want to know who's speaking on Tuesday nights. What you can do is go to my calendar. If anyone has a pen here, it's www.calendarwiz, CALENDARwiz.com/my name, Gabe Pearson. All right, so that way you'll know who the speakers are each Tuesday night. Next Tuesday will be my wife. Okay, I'm just taking her place tonight. I was a substitute. She's not feeling too well. So if you want to know who's speaking, that way you can share that information to your teams, because a lot of people, I get probably 60 or 70 texts a day, and it just gets a little redundant on a lot of the same questions, okay, to help me out there. And then lastly, there are some exciting news that you're going to hear in San Antonio in January. Just got back from the Field Advisory Board last week on what's about to happen with this company. I tell you what, I don't think I've been more excited than I have been last week in the 5 years that I've gotten started. I got to be really careful, on can't let the cats, plural, out of the bag. But I'm telling you, there's some incredible newsworthy events and newsworthy announcements that you're going to be hearing in January, okay? An update on the video, an opportunity video, that will be released in January as well. I know I had a lot of text today about when's that coming out. And, we're just slowly but surely just trying to make sure that this opportunity video is going to stay about 4 or 5 minutes. It's going to be absolutely just... If you know how the Axio video was, it's going to be something just like that. Very, very motivating. I'm going to kind of lift you off your seat, really help you understand the significance of this opportunity. So there are all kinds of great events and announcements in January. So make sure that you get yourself at San Antonio. Those are our quarterly events, okay? Now, any questions? Anybody have any questions before we wrap up?
I'm just going to remind people that the price of the leading hat is going up on after November 30th.
Okay, everybody hear that? Closer to the event, the price goes up, so make sure that you go online, just hit events, and you can register online, okay? No. They have Nerf 2 properties with the green tea, but it's Nerf 2 properties. So yes, you can take an Axio and take Protandim immediately right after. Okay, so there, you don't have to wait and mess up the formula. Okay, so that's a great question. Skincare, the canine health, and Protandim are Nerf 2 activators. Yes, we'll be having new products. Not this year. We just launched 2. And we got to figure out how to get the word out. But next year we're looking at sports performance. We're looking at weight loss. So really exciting. Nerf 2 activation too, by the way. Okay, so good stuff. Really just exciting. I mean, company looks good. Company strong. Met with the board of directors, the night before. Just loved everything that I heard. Just good stuff right now. Just really good stuff. Yes.
Life Lab 5 just came out.
Yeah, I was looking at it tonight. Yeah. So the Life Lab 5 came out. So and it starts off with Axio. So it's really cool. Good stuff. So on opportunity meetings, I'm never going to get away from the ABC Primetime News piece, because my responsibility is to teach each and every one of you how I got to Master Pro 10. I got to Master Pro 10 by showing the video. And until somebody else can prove to me without showing the ABC Primetime, and you can do $1 million a month, then you'll have my ear for a couple of minutes. Until then, my responsibility for the guests in the room is to teach you exactly what I did. That's the name of the game. Okay? And that's what I did. This is a monkey see, monkey do business. It's duplication. Just follow our lead. There's one path to Pro 10. There's not 9 or 10. Take the one path. That's it. It's that simple. Okay? All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. All right. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
We're all good. Thanks.